Hey guys, it's History Behind the Warrior and welcome back to a somewhat long-awaited update video. I haven't done one of these since last year July, so I wanted to make this video to keep you up to date with what's going on with the channel, what's going on with the current content, and what will be happening in the future, as these changes will be implemented from today onwards with what happens on the channel. So first things first, let's talk about the main game on the channel, Mortal Kombat 11. Now I do wish to make this quite crystal clear that Mortal Kombat content will not be going anywhere anytime soon. I will not be deterring from it until NetherRealm announce the next game, which I'm guesstimating isn't Justice Free, but with Ed Boon teasing at more DLC, it may look like Mortal Kombat 11's lifespan could be extended. I don't really know what's going to be going on with that, but we will have to wait and see. So yes, Mortal Kombat's still going to be a key part of this channel, but the one big problem right now with Mortal Kombat is that I'm finding it quite difficult to cover, not just because I'm a little bit creatively burnt out on it, but there seems to be a bit of a disconnect between the community and NetherRealm Studios. There's not really much communication going on, and whilst Ed Boon has been teasing at content after months of silence, it's quite understandable that some people are frustrated, and we're now at just the point where we want to get more news instead of getting teased about the idea of getting more news. So there's been a really weird disconnect in that sense, and whilst I could be making videos about these teasers, they are so incredibly vague that it doesn't feel like it's worth making a video about them. It really could make me come up with some ridiculous theories that I wouldn't otherwise want to put together unless I felt like I had a valid argument or idea to put together in a video. I want to keep my content quite honest and quite genuine with you guys, not knocking any people breaking down some of these teasers, because a lot of them are galaxy brain thinking, but it installs the idea of false hope. I will continue to talk about Mortal Kombat on the channel until NRS's next game, but I will be exploring other topics from just outside the history of episodes that I do, which is something I did with the Kung Lao bloodline, as well as getting to understand Mileena as a character. So this being said, what else do I have planned for the channel? What will be going on with other content? Well, let me briefly talk about Suicide Squad. This is a game that I'm still very excited to talk about, but there's no news regarding the game since DC fandom, and it does have a release date of 2022. So we won't be getting any new news up until next year most likely, so I will be shelving the series for the time being, but please do rest assured that when we get more news about it, I will definitely be back on that hype train. It's just for now, there's nothing to work with, and I don't want to spew out content for the sake of spewing out content. Now, a series that I do have my eye on creating, and is something I would be genuinely quite interested to cover, is Virtual Fighter. It's been a long time since Virtual Fighter has had a game, and with the new installment seemingly being a reboot of the franchise, I thought it would be a great opportunity to introduce a new generation of players and fans to an old school fighter that did help start it off for many. Now, as of right now, much like Suicide Squad, we don't know much about it, so I am going to leave it on the shelf till some proper promotional material comes out, but rest assured I will be doing my homework on it, and when we learn more about it and it's blossomed, I will be covering it on the channel. Now let's talk about more content. I in fact have two special planned episodes for the channel, and what I mean by this is that it's not content that you typically see from me, at least not anymore. The first one will be a long awaited return and somewhat special episode of HB reviews for Halloween. For those of you who don't know, my HB review series was a movie review series where I broke down and analyzed different fighting game movies and told you if they were good or a huge pile of turds. Most of them were turds. But I've been wanting to bring this series back in one way, shape and form, but they do take a lot of time to make. So I figured it'd be only right to do a Halloween special on the very film that broke me and actually stopped me from wanting to make the series. That's being Tekken 2 Kazuya's Revenge, a movie so horrifically bad that it was only right that I released it on Halloween. So if you are interested, please keep an eye out for Halloween, as that is when I will be dropping it. But yes, that is one episode planned as of right now, and the second special episode that I do have planned is the history of Virgil. Devil May Cry 5 was one of my favorite games of this entire generation, and with the somewhat re-release special edition coming out on next gen, I wanted to do a history of episode on the character. I honestly regret not covering Devil May Cry 5 on the channel when it was first coming out, as I loved everything going on with it up to its release. So I will be doing it as a special one-off episode. Now depending on its reception, I may not leave it as a one-off, but I do not wish to get ahead of myself. Let's see how the video does do, and then we can talk about possibly other episodes. So this brings us up probably to a question that many of you are asking, and that is, why are these changes being done? Well, there are a number of different factors that are coming into play. I've been wanting to expand the channel for years, and I feel like after doing 5 years of this, I want to add more flavor and variety to what you see on the channel. But I do wish to reinforce this point, because some people will walk away thinking that I've abandoned my roots fighting games aren't going anywhere. I'm not abandoning the roots of the channel. I'm just going to be adding more content to the channel that will still be fighting game oriented. I mean, even Devil May Cry itself has a bit of a combo system tied to it. And need I say, those characters have been in multiple Marvel vs. Capcom games. I'm not abandoning my roots, I'm simply adding more variety in the fighting game spectrum. Now, another type of video that I will be bringing to the channel, at least when the global pandemic does clear up, are in fact vlogs. For those of you who don't know, outside of the YouTube channel, I am in fact a Pro League commentator for Mortal Kombat 11. I've been doing it for the last year, and I've been able to go to multiple different tournaments and commentate them on the Pro League, including events like Ultimate Fighting Arena and the Global Intercontinental Cup for Mortal Kombat 11, which had talent from all across the world come together and go head to head. Now, what these vlogs are going to be is me traveling out to these events and show you all what happens in the esports side of things with fighting games and what goes on behind closed doors. You'll be able to experience what it's like to travel across the world with me as a commentator, meet and get to know these players behind closed doors, and what do we do off camera, because for the most part you only ever see us when we're at the desk or playing in front of one of the monitors. I want to give you all a different insight of what you just see with fighting games and let you know that there is an active community out there and that it's more than just a game you can play online. I know many aren't in a position to travel to locals or even go to majors, so I wish to share this experience with all of you and hopefully encourage some of you to get out there and participate. But yes, that's the type of vlogs I'll be bringing to the channel. So as I said a second ago, whilst it isn't what you typically see, it is still all fighting game oriented. I think it will be healthy for the channel as well as myself to bring you all this new perspective of what actually does go on with fighting games. So you still will be getting the same content you're getting now, but just more variety, and see what it's like to be part of a pro league for a fighting game. Now, this is something I do wish to talk about, and I am mildly embarrassed to talk about it, but the quality of the channel. I need to be 100% honest with all of you. I have not been happy with it for a significant amount of time. So because of this, and me being in a comfortable position financially, I will be upgrading the general quality of the channel. I'll be upgrading my editing software, so videos from this point onward should come out in 1080p, not 720. I've commissioned a team of animators to help do a new intro for the channel, and I will be upgrading my thumbnail game by purchasing Adobe Photoshop. So in general, this is a really good quality of life change I've been wanting to bring to the channel for a while now. Whilst it definitely hasn't been terrible, mind you, I've been wanting to upgrade the quality of my channel for a really long time. And now I can finally do that and give you all a better experience here. And with all the content that I do have in the pipeline right now, I cannot wait to see what 2021 does for the channel. And I really wish to thank all of you for supporting the channel for so long and giving me the livelihood that I do now. Honestly, couldn't be here without you guys. But yes, this pretty much sums up everything I do wish to say regarding this update. A lot of positive and good stuff coming for the channel, and also, shameless plug, if you want to see what goes on outside the channel, I do have a Twitter account at HB the Warrior, and I do have a Twitch account at HBT Warrior. So if you want to see what I'm like behind the microphone in person, please do click on those links. I will have them put down in the description below, and come over and follow me on both platforms. For those of you who don't know, I am a competitive Soul Calibur 6 player, so I will be predominantly streaming that on Twitch, as well as some Dark Souls content. What can I say? I'm a sadist. I try my best to stream every Friday and Sunday, so if you do have the time, I would really appreciate it if you guys could come over and support me on both those platforms. But yeah, until then, that's it for me right now. Once again, thank you. I do apologize for this probably being a long update, but I want to let you all know the future of this channel and what's going on with it. So yeah guys, as always, please comment, like, subscribe, and share this video with everyone you know. Please take care, and I'll see you all next time.